All right, talk to Transformer. What should get a custom prompt? Okay. Another Six Flags review? No. Let me tell you a sad story. All right, how many sakes has it been? Let's see. The Japanese can really eat just about anything, from rice and noodles to fruit, vegetables, and more. There have long been delicious Japanese options in grocery stores and home kitchens. If you can't find sake in the grocery stores, you're probably getting it shipped to Japan from overseas and is being sold in convenience stores or on convenience food trucks. If you happen to live in Japan, if you're a veteran of the nation, then you probably know where the best sake is. Sake lovers don't need to read the Japanese and need only to look closely to see a big difference in what comes in every Japanese grocery store. Japanese convenience store Sake makes the largest selection of local Japanese sake available in the country and is located in downtown Tokyo. On some days, a selection of sake makes our pick at a grocery store. If you're wondering if it's a sake or just water, we really aren't sure. Sake and water. The most common question we get from our Japanese customers is what kind of sake their Japanese food is. Most don't have a clear definition of what they are calling a sake and how you will know if your product is sake. In reality, we are talking about a whole different animal. Our customers are. If you don't know the difference between sake and water, you have like 4 taste buds. Something wrong there. Okay, how about this one? Jerma loves sake. On his stream, he drank it all night. Jerma loves sake. On his stream, he drank it all night. And in the morning, he goes to sleep in the corner because he can't handle the guilt he's feeling. His father is a well-off industrial billionaire with 3 children, including a son-in-law who has a real estate business. On the first day of school, the boy who plays video games on his computer becomes a boy in school, even if that boy is just 4 years old. His friends become more and more male. His mother has started to notice them and start sending him to the male tutors. Some even start dressing up in dresses, which are so ridiculous but hilarious, and then his father feels ashamed. What? The little boy who can't keep himself from being in a girl's room at all times. What is going on? Starts to see a lot of young, attractive female teachers. I've always been a girly boy, like always. I wanted to be a girl. I would try to be a girl like every day. And now I know that I'm a girl. The fact that I'm always a girl is weird. Despite being in a girl's room at school, the boy loves his favorite sports team. I miss playing basketball. It makes me feel weird when I miss a game, while his favorite movie. Industrial billionaire with 3... Where are the other 3 kids? Where are the 2 kids? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? That's what I gotta say about that. I met a chat at a grocery store the other day. You like doing this shit to me? Let's do it to you. No. Dad. What the fuck? What did I type? Twitter is a fun website too. For that matter, you'll probably get great deals on new products even with a low user count. Even the biggest name brands like HSN, Sainsbury, and Kohl's sell $12 coffees and tea through Amazon and will deliver for $10. It's a good deal. People still use the Home Shopping Network. I thought that was only for like fucking 80-year-old women and like 95-year-old fucking men. Oh, hey. You know how I know that? Because my grandmother used to buy dolls off of the Home Shopping Network. Those like porcelain dolls that they would put on like the conveyor belts and like move them around. Just like, they'd spin around on like the little Lazy Susan. She used to buy them. There was a lot of dolls in that house. It was kind of scary. Anyways, and it's not a waste at all. Here I am working 7 days a week, which probably gets me at most $40 per week, working 50 hours a week. In reality, what I would work for is less than $1.10 an hour. So I don't lose money on each cup I pour through the funnel on e-commerce sites. Where are you making $1.10 an hour? That doesn't sound like a very good thing. And I spend it well into the future and into the bank. Also, I think it's important to keep the quality of your work and your reputation high. You have to be very careful about how you market your work. Now, I know about these fraud checks. Those don't mean much to me, but to others they are the beginning of the end of your reputation in the community. And you have your own company to prove to customers that you are legit. I'm confident that I will go out and buy a coffee from any online coffee shop within a few months of the first customer checking out my website. Now, your next question that I can answer. $1.10. This shitty view count. I'm just trying to pull like metadata for like views and like Jerma. Let's see. No, I didn't mean that. That wasn't like I'm trying to like get like the metadata to like pull info. I don't mean that. I'm trying to get like metadata to like shitty and like view and count and. This is a great fucking view count. No, you're taking this the wrong way. You're taking this the wrong way. See? This is why I did this. Here we go. Six Flags is the worst amusement park. Jerma985 and his shitty view count sent me there. Anyway, it's an awesome park, but there are many flaws in the ride. It only makes you feel like an idiot if you have to pay for the entire show. There are a few places that can bring back the glory days of the 80s. You can easily find a better one, like the Giant's Canyon. It is way too big, too short, and to me too easy to park without trying or paying for. There are even those that would say it is better to use a car and drive all around Jerma985's park than visit one of the many places that make this place worth checking out. If you see one of these, you can get yourself in the park and even get a ride, but you won't regret it if you do not like it. And you're looking for a way to save money, then Jerma985 offers the cheapest ride of the parks, which means you need to make a reservation. The rides are short, are cheap, and don't disappoint, so you can enjoy the parks without spending tons of money. Jerma985 himself doesn't care too much about this, but I don't blame him for that. His ride was great in the 90s, and he does the same thing every year. I've never been disappointed by a ride. They're short. That's why I wrote that. I almost just knocked over the fucking bottle. No, the view count is fucking fantastic. Don't. I didn't mean that. I'm trying to just get the thing to fuck up. 1 part all-purpose flour, 2 cups baking soda, and 1 hint of sea salt. I also add 4 teaspoons of garlic powder for extra flavor. Then I roll out the loaf by laying it on parchment paper. I then lay it straight back out and cut each section into 4 triangles. Then I start the second portion. I spread the mixture onto a lightly floured surface. Takes an entire sheet of parchment to completely cover it. I put that to work by cutting across the area between each piece of foil. I then take them all back together and roll out the entire loaf into a sheet. And I am back to work. When you come to these 2 pictures just to let things sink in, it is like watching a roller coaster crash through a tunnel. So the dough is just amazing. Not only beautiful, I can't believe how light it is on. Back to Six Flags. Sound the alarms. The Witcher 3 just went on sale today, with the promise that it would be as good as the final product, which is saying something when you are playing a game that is literally being created. So it makes perfect sense that after all the excitement the game had for the last year, the first one came out in 2004. That developer, CD Projekt Red, decided to take their next move and deliver an HD re-release of what they are calling The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And with CD Projekt Red, it appears the game is going to deliver a stunning conclusion, not just to The Witcher, but to the series itself. And I am not sure whether it should be heralded as such, even though the game already deserves recognition for being one of the biggest, best-liked games of all time, or just a bad game. It is the latter choice that is truly important now, because as the second game is coming out today as a standalone offering, which is far better choice than his previous CD Projekt Red incarnation of The Witcher, you can expect the CD Projekt Red version to be better. Why are there 2 different versions of this game? I've been meaning to write up a lot of this in my previous article from the same episode of Game Politics Podcast with Tom Stoppard, but I did not have the time at some point this weekend. Game Politics. No. This is... Leo P-Pants. P-Pants' parents, Ray and Anel, have filed a wrongful termination lawsuit claiming their daughter was fired after complaining about how long she worked, and she was denied a job with his company, the Houston Area Network Company. P-Pants, who is a mother of 2 boys, allegedly got in trouble after complaining that she needed to sleep longer than usual on her shift for another project. When she went to the store, her shifts extended into the wee hours. During one of these shifts, P-Pants reportedly fell asleep in her seat, but did not complain and allowed Hannock to continue the project, which was taking its toll on her health. I do not know anyone who takes vacations for any reason except when it's just fun. That is why if there is the slightest opportunity to relieve stress and discomfort, I will just jump on vacation, he told DailyMail.com. P-Pants' former supervisor, James McDaniel, reportedly told her that she would receive less pay until she paid back her rent and a $300 bonus. After P-Pants started working for Hanok, she said she absolutely refused to receive salary increases after being terminated. I was not allowed to speak with Hanok's CEO as she has the power to terminate. Why would you ask for a salary increase? Now let's get a sad story.
Let me tell you a sad story. My Lego collection isn't complete anymore. I was shopping at IKEA at 9 to 2 on the way home from work one evening, and I saw the shelf on the right with a pile of boxes. As I looked underneath for any items that might actually fit, I kept hitting myself. What do I do with these boxes? Is it better not to have any of them? I decided to grab my collection and find me a box store. At the mall, I found an IKEA display case with dozens and dozens of boxes covered with brightly colored stickers. My imagination raced, making small jokes and getting creative. I walked right up to the display case and picked up 3 boxes marked X7 and 715. You guessed it, they didn't fit in here. Finally, I decided to take a walk across the store to see exactly what made these.
Warning. All Legos pose an immediate health risk. In 2015, more than 13 million toys came in for inspection and maintenance. Some 2 billion toy pieces fell ill with contamination in transit, which can lead to illness. About 1 million of these were children, and a further 10 children were sickened. There have been a series of tests at different toy manufacturers to determine if they have made all changes in the way that they package certain products to ensure that they are compliant. But in each case, they found that, on average, the items remained undamaged throughout the manufacturing process. In addition, many of the changes were made on the assumption that the children's toys would remain safe.
It seems like that assumption is incorrect,
said Michael D. Lipscomb, a spokesman for the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission, which is responsible for regulation for toy safety.
At least some of these pieces that have fallen in line are not actually toys.
The story continues. At least some of the pieces that have fallen... The truth is, toy violence has gone down in the last 50 years or so. And that toy violence has fallen under control, said Mary Jane Farkas, professor of child development at the University of Wisconsin, who has developed a method for measuring the number of toys per student for testing toy violence. In those 50 years, the research shows that toys have become a small part of society. I am delighted to report that there is widespread agreement about the problem of toy violence. As recently as 2000, an article in New York Times Magazine by one of Dr. Farkas' graduate students quoted a leading pediatrician, Dr. Jeffrey Cohen, who stated that a great many children with autism... What? What does this have to do with toys? And there were no safe levels. What? What does this have to do with the toys? Oh my god. This is a fucking risky, scary fucking website.
Why are we always in constant conflict? That is the big question in politics. The question that haunts our lives, our countries, our culture. Because when your side doesn't win, when your side has to come up with something new or new ways of doing things, how do you think about those opportunities? It never seems right. Do people say to you, "What's wrong with you?" Or are you actually afraid every day to lose? You have a job. I had a job before, and it was good. And it was good. And now that I have a job, I am a lot more proud of it now. I am able to get paid in cash because I can have a place to stay if my mom wants that, and I can do the shopping. Even when I used to go to the stores and pay $5.50, I was a lot more afraid that they would take off me on a day I didn't have to, because I'm a good customer. And I have a lot of good things working for me now, and I'm very happy. I think there is a lot of resentment, even in people who don't usually like politics, about the way they've become part of the American system. I don't like the way that politics has become a vehicle for a lot of things, which, with its own...
And then they turned his mic off.
Cut his mic.
Nobody starts a speech like this. Nobody goes to the podium.
I come to you today with an epic speech.
No. Why would somebody do this?
I'm back. They've put my airwaves back on. I come to you today with an epic speech. I'm not here to be lectured. I'm not here to be lectured on human nature. I am here because I know that with each passing year, the number of... Oh, I come to you today with an epic speech.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic. Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
I come to you today with an epic speech. I'm back on the airwaves. They can't shut me off. These motherfuckers think they can silence me. In the Senate, I'm here, and it's designed to highlight new challenges that we face in dealing with climate change. I understand the challenges posed by global warming. The question I have for you, my fellow senators, is this. Do you believe that those challenges are solvable? They're all like mumbling together. I don't know. What's he going to say? I don't know. Let him speak. Let the man speak. Silence! Climate change is a question of survival. Today, many parts of the planet, including yours, I'm talking about you, all you fucking aliens, everybody for
This mic. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. They think they can silence me and get me out of the Senate. What the fuck do they know? They don't know shit. You won't silence me. I am the Senate. I am everything. I come to you today with a story of my intestinal issues that are very important. In May of 2013, I visited a local doctor who prescribed me some generic antibiotics. She told me I needed to increase the dosage, and this is a rationale. Oh, what's he going to say? Oh, how dare he? I say, Michael, shut up, everybody. Sit down. I said, sit down. If you go higher with this drug because of the symptoms of chronic low-grade sepsis, then you're going to get the same result. I believe her. When I started doing yoga, my skin began itching. As a student of yoga and a student of biochemistry, I know better than to blindly ingest large numbers of antibiotics. The idea of doing an increased dosage of antibiotics to see if the skin response would improve is ridiculous. And I would rather not use such dangerous, powerful, and often deadly medicines. Before I begin, let me share your story. My wife left my family 1 year earlier than I did. We met on the web. She was studying for a certification exam. We were married in September 2012. In early 2012, my wife had an abdominal bleed that I suspected.
God, it's Mike. I want to know the rest of the story. So do I. Why do we keep letting this guy back in?
The Senate will now hear Section T47, Article 823(6). Will the senator from Kentucky please reiterate his position? Thank you for your attention. Senator Graham, Senator McConnell. Senator McConnell, just so everybody understands, I've been advised by the Office of the Deputy Attorney General or Deputy AG to defer to the confirmation of Mr. Rosenstein. My position on appointment will remain unchanged. Senator Graham, Senator McConnell. Senator McConnell, I defer appointment until you can get your head around the situation. However, for the record, I remain totally open to the Senate going either way. So I do ask that you will allow me to give the floor time to review any and all options that you have at your disposal, not just the one which you have set out today. I appreciate you, Senator, your consideration and commitment to the rule of law. Now, thank you, Mr. President. I would appreciate the chance.
This is just a boring one. This one sucks. This is a gaffe. Jerma95 is the best stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Kidofly is the best stream on Steam. You should watch the live stream. Good luck. Okay. Whoa. No. Why is that here? Oh, what the fuck? What? Oh, get the fuck out of here. What dog shit? Come on. We're gonna have to do a blank screen beforehand now. Well, I'm really glad that I still have it blacked out. I still have it gone. Because this one wasn't good either. Like, what the? Why are we getting such bad ones now? Alright, this is gonna be fine. Alright. Okay. We're back. My favorite ice cream is the one that tastes totally like ice cream. Without all the chocolate flavor. So all those of you who are craving a little more of that flavor, I'd recommend going for the creme de creme. There's always a good chance you'll find one on sale. You know, my favorite chocolate flavor is the chocolate crave. It's like ice cream, but only fair, since it has an added kick of chocolate flavor. Chocolate cream is my favorite, as it's just as tasty as what you'll find at your favorite candy store. Only without more flavor, since you get the real experience. Finally, you can also find my favorites with flavors of the sweet chocolate ice cream. Like the one you can find at your local Dairy Queen. They can be thick and creamy while still being crunchy and chewy, like the ones we found earlier. So next time you're craving dessert and think about spending some of your money to get ice cream, you may want to check this section out. The takes of the Tomb Raider release date and new DLC content as a result. We're still very excited for our fans to get their hands on a limited edition Fallout 4 t-shirt and collectible Mad Dog figurine. All we need now is to finish our work on the other add-on content for the game. Source official play, that's it. Todd Howard goes 10-0 in Fallout, 76.7% chance of winning. Marlon Brown makes a spectacular play to take the ball out of the hands of a pass rusher. The Rams lose the sack. Darrell Jackson gets tackled. Darrell Jackson is tackled by an unknown player and the Rams win. The Rams take over for 47 seconds. The Rams score a second touchdown at 11-0. Darrell Jackson is tackled while being tackled on purpose by another unknown player. Fallout 76 battle. You really weren't kidding. This really is your worst stream. Oh, I did this fucking card game, and how was I supposed to know? I did my damn best. That's all you can do. What happened on 42? Oh, look out for that one. Can't blame somebody for trying. I still had a good time. It's okay. You can't hit a home run. Sometimes you ground out to the first baseman. I'm like sad. I'm sad right now. Was it? Did you at least like think it was a little fun? Well, if you didn't like it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hope you like the other ones. Hope you like the next one. Anyways, we're gonna do fantasy, because that's the one that's recommended. This fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, or a custom story. Pick a character in fantasy. I'm gonna be a noble. What is your name?
Well, they call me many things. In this town. Sire. Lord. Larry. Lord Larry. Lord Lance. No, Lord Leo. Lord Leo. You are Lord Leo, a noble from the land of Brothian. You have a pendant and a house seal. One morning, you are awakened by one of your laborers. She tells you that your estate is being surrounded. You look out the window and see a group of men dressed in black standing on top of a hill. They are armed with crossbows and wearing leather armor. The woman who woke you also says they are very well dressed. Well, this music doesn't make any sense now. What do you do? Okay. I close the blinds. The man who wakes you looks at you and then turns his attention to the window. He closes it. But not before you can see him turn around and say, I'm sorry about this. He walks over to you and puts his hand on your shoulder. We must protect this house. Lord Leo, I will protect my home, he says. Yes, I know, you reply, but we need to get inside. He nods and begins walking towards the door. No, not your house. My house. I reply, no, I mean, my house must be protected. Well, that's what gods do, you know. Alright, hold on, look outside. Are they still there? You watch as the man continues to walk towards the door. Suddenly he stops and turns around. He points to the house and speaks in an odd language. It sounds like some sort of ancient tongue. But you don't understand a word. The man starts walking back towards the house. Wait, is he signaling to people? Close and lock the door before he gets in. He's part of the resistance. You close the door and lock it with a key. Then you stand up and start pacing around the room. Finally, you sit down on the bed and begin thinking. Call Mom. She'll know what to do. You call out to your mother, but she doesn't answer. She must be busy. You think about calling her again. When you're alone, you continue to wait for her to return. Arm myself with a sword. You grab a sword off the table and put it into its scabbard. You also grab a dagger from the drawer and put it into its scabbard. You take a small leather pouch from your pocket and put some coins in it. You open the door and enter the room. Leave the house. You exit the house and head back to the inn. When you arrive, you find that the innkeeper has already left. You wonder if you should follow him or go back to the house. Follow the innkeeper. You follow the innkeeper back to the house. Wait, he's coming back to my house? Eventually, you reach it. You knock on the door, but no one answers. You try the front door, but there is nobody there either. You decide to check the back door, but it is locked too. Did I lock myself out of my house? Break in the house. You rush through the back door and run straight to the bedroom. You quickly grab a nearby knife and stab the wall several times until you hear something fall on the floor. You peek through the peephole and see a woman dressed in black standing behind you. What? How do you look through a peephole and see somebody behind you? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, from dressed in black. It's the people that were coming to get me. Ask the woman why she is here. She smiles and tells you, my name is Lilith, and I'm here to help you. How are you going to help me? She replies, by helping me kill you. Oh, that's a pretty good one-liner. Don't kill me, I can pay. She laughs and says, no, you won't, but you might still be able to save your own life. You run out of the house and down the stairs. You don't stop running until you are far away from the area. Call Mom. You call out to your mother, but she does not answer.
You think about calling for her again later when you're alone. You continue to wait for her to return. You wait patiently for Mom to come back. Eventually, she returns. She seems upset. You think about how she would feel if you had killed her son. You hope she doesn't hate you for it. Is that about me? She's talking about me. You greet her warmly. Mom smiles and hugs you tightly. You tell her everything. Mom tells you that she is glad you came back because she was worried about you. She asks you if you would want to stay with her tonight. You say yes, and she kisses you goodbye. Okay, let's dig down 5 blocks. You dig down 5 blocks and find a house. Inside the house, you find a young girl. She looks very frightened and confused. You tell her that you are her father and uncle and that you've been looking for her all day. You keep digging down and eventually you find a large stone block. You pick it up and place it on the ground. You then shout, "This is where you were buried!" The girl runs forward and grabs the stone. She stares at it in awe. You ask the girl, "Where did you bury the other boy?" She looks at you and says, "His body fell down into the river and washed up here. His name is Harry, and he drowned in the river last year." Run full speed into cave wall. You sprint into the cave and jump onto the rock face. You throw yourself at the cave wall and slam your fist against it. You scream in pain and cry out, "Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!" Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. You run back to the house and tell Mom what happened. She takes you to the doctor. The doctor says, "We are going to have to remove the hand." And he pulls out a finger, and then pulls out another finger, and another. Finally, he removes your entire hand. That's fucked up. Ask for him to do the other hand. The doctor comes over and examines your hands. He tells you that you will need 2 more fingers removed. He puts his hand on your right hand and begins to pull out your fingers. You scream in agony and beg him to stop. Finally, he finishes removing them. The doctor says, "I am going to have to remove all your toes too." He removes your feet as well. You scream in horror and yell at him to stop. Finally, he stops and looks at you. "I'm sorry, I have the wrong chart." Uh-oh, it's thinking. You have to reload the cell. Shit. He removed my hands and feet with no Novocaine, no anesthesia, and I just died. And he told me, "I'm sorry, I have the wrong chart. Ask it for..." No, but let's start a new one. Make my own Nancy Drew story. All right, that sounds good. Let's do mystery. I want to be a detective. My name is Nancy Drew. I picked spy. Oh shit, whatever. You are Nancy Drew, a spy living in Chicago. You have a concealed pistol and a syringe of poison. You listen to the Russian diplomats and hear them discussing how they can get rid of you. "We could kill you with a car bomb," one says. "Or we could blow up your hotel room." You turn on the light switch and see that there is no way anyone would be able to enter the room without being seen. The door is locked from the inside. Call Mom. You call your mom's cell phone number and wait for her to pick up. When she does, you tell her what happened. She tells you to go back to sleep. The next day you call again. This time you speak more clearly. "I am in trouble." Mom hangs up on you. You feel like crying. It isn't fair. Why can't she just understand? Remove pistol from shirt. You take off your shirt and put it over your head. Then you place the gun under your pillow. A few hours later, you hear a knock at the door. You open it. A man with a bushy mustache stands before you. He looks like he has been drinking. "Please, come in." He didn't say anything. Shoot mirror. It shattered beautifully. I think it's fucked. We're gonna get it 3rd time's a charm. No more quotes. Mystery. Detective. Drew. You are Drew, a detective living in Chicago. You have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching for fled to. Suddenly, you hear a gunshot behind you. Look behind me. You turn around and see that you've shot yourself in the head. What? What the fuck are you talking about? Am I dead? No, you're alive! The bullet was lodged in your brain, but it didn't kill you yet. You can still move your body. Go to the hospital. You run back and find out that you're not dead yet. A doctor comes and examines you. He says he's going to have to operate on you right away. He says you might never walk again. Doctor removes both feet. It's the same doctor. Do the operation. You agree to do the surgery immediately. You feel so much better after the operation. Your body is stronger than ever before. You even managed to get a job as a detective again. A year passes. Go to the forest. I was trying to find a criminal. You decide to go to the forest where you first met your mother. She told you about how she used to hide from the monsters there. You wonder if you should try to find her again or just forget all about it. Call Mom. Yeah, that's a good idea. Call Mom. You call your mother's number one more time. It rings, but no answer. You wait for a while, then finally give up. You realize that you won't be able to talk to your mother anymore anyway. You don't know what will become of you now. You decide to search for the criminal who killed your mother. You follow his trail and eventually catch him. He tells you that he knows who you are because he saw you in the newspaper. That's why she wouldn't answer the phone. Torture! Oh, electrocute! What the fuck? Electrocute the criminal. The criminal doesn't seem surprised by this suggestion. He electrocutes you instead. You scream in pain and fall unconscious. You wake up in a strange room with a man holding a gun to your head. Tell him to shoot himself. You refuse to tell the man to shoot himself. Instead, you say, "I'm sorry and thank you." The man shoots himself. You're free now. You take the man's wallet. Inside is some money and a photograph of your mother. You remember that you'll need those things later. You shoot the photograph at the wall. You hear a loud noise and the picture falls off the wall. You look down and see that you're wearing a blue suit. You also notice that you're no longer bald. You go to your office. There's a door there, which you open. In front of you is a desk covered with papers. On top of the desk sits a woman dressed in black. She looks at you and smiles. She calls you by name and introduces herself as Dawn. You tell Dawn to get off the desk. She does so, but then asks why you're here. You explain to her that you want to thank her for saving your life when you were little. She says that she understands completely. Call Dawn's mom. You call Dawn's mom's phone. Dawn answers. You ask her if she remembers you. She says yes, but she's not sure why you'd want to thank her. You explain that you're glad you found her. Dawn says that she's happy too. I mean, I've had a long day. Go to Burger King. You go to Burger King. You order a burger and fries. They come out quickly. You eat them happily. You return to your office. Dawn comes in and asks if everything went well. You tell her that it did. Dawn thanks you and leaves. You think about what happened today. That's it. I just enjoyed Burger King. Mission accomplished. That's it. Arrest Dawn. You call Dawn's cell phone and see that she called Dawn's mom. You call Dawn's mom's phone and see that she answered. You tell Dawn that she needs to come over right away. Dawn arrives at the house. You tell Dawn that you're arresting her. This is an SAT question. Yeah, this is. Complete the SAT question. You complete the SAT question. What is the first letter of each word in the following sentence? My daughter is having trouble sleeping. Answer, A. You finish the question and hand it to Dawn. She reads it. What is she, the teacher? Ask Dawn if you got a good grade. You ask Dawn if she got a good grade. She says yes. You ask her if she wants to go to prom with you. She says yes. You say congratulations and hang up. You're very proud of her. You go to prom with Dawn. You both dance together. You both kiss each other. You both cry. You both go back to your apartment. You celebrate your newfound happiness. You're under arrest. You call Dawn's cell phone. Dawn answers. You ask her if she remembers you. She says yes, but she's not sure why you'd want to thank her. You explain that you're glad you found her. Dawn says that she's happy too. Put handcuffs on Dawn. You put handcuffs on Dawn. You leave Dawn handcuffed to a chair. You go to your car and drive to the police station. You arrive at the station and find that Dawn has been arrested. You call her cell phone. I forgot to bring her with me. Break Dawn's cell phone. You break Dawn's cell phone. You find that she's been arrested. You call her cell phone. She answers. Burn Dawn's cell phone. You burn Dawn's cell phone. You drive to the police station. You park outside the building. You enter the building and find that Dawn has been arrested. You call her cell phone. Dawn answers. You ask Dawn where Dawn is getting her cell phones. She says that she doesn't know. You say that you can find out yourself. You say that you'll never forgive her. You laugh. You say, enjoy 30 years in prison. Don't use quotes. Just say, enjoy 30 years in prison. You enjoy 30 years in prison. Wait, what? You go to your car. You unlock your doors and drive off into the night. You drive home. You arrive home. You find that Dawn is gone. You call her cell phone. Dawn answers. Dawn must die. And hang up. You start crying. You realize that you've made a terrible mistake. You don't know how long you'll be able to live without her around anymore. You go to sleep. You wake up. You're in a hospital bed. A nurse stands before you. She tells you that you're going to die soon. You're told that you have cancer. You're given what the fuck? You're given a few options. You could choose to die from this, or you could choose to live. You decide to live. You chose to live. You choose 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 to live. You lived. 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 You wake up. You're in a room. The walls are white. You look around and see a table with several chairs surrounding a window. A man sits behind the table. He holds a gun to your head. He speaks to the gnome in the corner. You nod, you smile, you nod, you smile, you nod, 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 you nod. You awake, you stand up, you stand, you up, you up, you up, you up, you up, you up, 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 up. You call Dawn's cell phone. The phone rings. It's Dawn. You pick. You send a picture to Dawn. You send a picture to Dawn. You send a picture. I think it's fucked up. I think it's messed up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up from this nightmare. Wake up. You wake up. You get dressed. You walk towards the door. You open it. You see Dawn standing there. She looks down at you. She smiles. She puts her finger to her lips and gives a wink. You smile. You rent a movie from Blockbuster. A bunch of them. A bunch of times in a row. Kill Dawn. You call Dawn's cell phone. Dawn answers. You ask her what's wrong. She says nothing. You tell her to come. I'm trying to kill you. You take Dawn to the bathroom. You wash her. You talk about your day. You talk about your life. You talk about your future. You talk about your past. You talk about your feelings. You talk about your dreams. You talk about your past. You talk about your friends. I don't know. Drink poison. Like, I'm stuck. You drink poison. You drink poison. You drink poison. Drink the bath water. You drink some water. I'm stuck. Jump out of window. I need to wake up. You fall through the air. You land on the ground. What? You run into traffic. You run into traffic. Get hit by bus. You get hit by a bus. Die from injuries. You wake up. Go back to sleep. Call Dawn's cell phone. You call Dawn's cell phone. You call Dawn's cell phone. You call Dawn's cell phone. Answer the phone. Whoops, that action caused the model to start looping. Try a different one. I have to restart it. I have to restart it. I have to restart it. I can't die. Game restarted. You are Drew, a detective living in Chicago. You got a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching for. You hear a gunshot behind you. Duck. You turn around and see a man with a shotgun standing behind you. He fires at your chest as you fall backwards. The bullet hits your heart and you die instantly. You died. Game over. I finally got out. New game? Should I just do a random story? Alright, here we go. You are Dimyan, a rogue from the province of Artiga. You have a deck of cards and a pair of gloves. You go down the city road searching for someone to steal from. You imagine that it would be easy since most people don't put much effort into their personal security. The streets are empty except for a few beggars and thieves. You find a small alleyway to sneak in. You take a deep breath and head towards the tavern. You can hear the noise inside. You need to get inside before they notice you. You walk through the door and see several men sitting at tables talking. You decide to join them. You sit down with your friends and begin playing cards. You're not sure what's going on, but you're having fun. Suddenly, one of your friends notices something out of place. A man is standing near the table and he looks like he doesn't belong there. The man sits down next to you and he asks you if you want him to join you. You agree and he joins you. He tells you that he's from the city of Neuro and has been living in this town for the past few months. I'd like to buy some land, the man says. How much would it be? 5 million gold coins, you reply. He hands me 5 million coins. You hand over the money and the man takes his leave. What? No, he hands me the money. You look around and think about how lucky you are to have found such an amazing place. Am I on drugs? You run after the man as fast as you can. As soon as you catch up to him, you punch him in the face. He falls backward and hits his head on the ground. You grab his arm and pull him back up. He grabs your wrist and punches you in the face again. You drop kick the man in the face. He screams and drops his weapon. You laugh and continue running. You reach the edge of the forest and see a small village. It seems so far away now. You wonder where you should go first. You turn back to the man who is still lying on the ground. You tell him to follow you. You quickly make your way back to the man. You tell him to stay behind and then rush into the village. You find yourself in front of a large wooden house. Elbow drop the man from the top of the house. You throw the man off the roof of the house. He lands hard on the ground. You kick him in the stomach and he collapses to the ground. You stand up and look around. You throw the man down a well. He struggles to climb out and manages to crawl out. You throw him down another well and he crawls out. You push him back in and watch as he tries to escape yet again. Finally, you throw him into a pit full of maggots. He is eaten alive. You enter the wooden house. Inside, you find a woman who looks very old. She smiles and she sees you. She introduces herself as Elena and thanks you for saving her life. She explains that she was born in the same year as you and was raised by her mother. Good for you. Tell her to leave. It's my house now. She refuses to leave and begins to curse you. She calls you a liar and a thief. She pulls out a knife and points it at you. You pull out a pistol and shoot her in the chest. She falls dead. You don't know why you did it, but you feel horrible about it. You search the woman and find a letter in her pocket. It reads, "Dear friend, I'm sorry for... Dear friend, I'm sorry for calling you a liar and a thief, but I'm afraid those words fit you perfectly. I've seen you steal from me many times." It's in her pocket. Oh. "I've seen you steal from me many times and I never caught you. And I will keep doing everything in my power to prevent you from ever being able to live in this world again. If you wish to change your fate, you must do it yourself. Go to the nearest Go to the nearest forest. Ow! Why? Go to the nearest forest and kill all the animals. Then gather their meat and bones and burn them." Oh, okay. God damn it. That's so fucking stupid. What a sick fuck. You go to the nearby forest and start chopping wood. You chop wood until you've got enough to build a fire. You light the fire and wait for nightfall. You spend the rest of the day cutting down trees and burning them. Am I stupid? Do I not know what an animal is? Do I think that the animals are trees? I guess I'm gonna go into the forest and kill all the animals. These are animals. You kill all the animals. Oh my god. I can't. Okay, why am I... you feast on... You find... What the fuck? This is my quest? You gather the bones of the animals and use them to create a potion. You drink it and fall unconscious. When you wake up, you realize that you've become a powerful wizard. You decide to travel to the capital of the Kingdom of Neuro and try to conquer it. You decide to conquer the capital of the Kingdom of Neuro. You arrive at the gates, and you knock on the gate. A guard opens the gate, and you enter. You find yourself in a room filled with people dressed in black robes. They stare at you. You cast a lightning bolt at the capital, and it explodes. The entire city burns down. The people die screaming and running for their lives. You walk through the streets and look at the destruction. Wait, why did I do that? I was supposed to conquer it, not destroy it? You rebuild the city. You erect new walls and towers and fortifications. You raise a statue of yourself in the corner of the city. You lead a group of soldiers, and they fight against the remaining rebels. Eventually they win. Wait, the rebels win. You kill the rebels. They're slaughtered like sheep. You slaughter them like cattle. You take their weapons and armor and sell them to the highest bidder. You enjoy the spoils of war. You gather the money from the wreckage of the destroyed city. You buy a boat and sail away. You set sail and sail towards the coast of Neuro. Go fishing. Wait. You go fishing. You fish until you get tired and you sink. You swim until you drown. You swim until you get hungry and you starve. You hunt until the end. You eat grass. What? You eat grass, whore? I'm not dead. You cast a lightning bolt at the boat, and it explodes. The entire boat sinks. You drown and you drown, you drown. You swim until you get exhausted. You starve. No, I thought I was far away. No, I'm not dead. You swim to a nearby shore and sit down. You eat some grass whore. What is that? You inspect grass whore. You find it delicious. You eat it whole. You feel great pleasure from eating it. Oh, I timed out. Yeah, I actually got disconnected. Pick a setting. Custom. You are an all-powerful wizard. You've laid waste to the capital city of Neuro and fled to a nearby island. You are planning your next move. I'm going to take my army and conquer the entire world. I will rule it as I always have. And when I do, you will be left in ruins. The crowd is silent. They know what you mean by that. Because I've already done it. All right, calm down, you say. What did you want? A young man with long hair and a goatee stands up from his seat. He looks at you and raises his hand. I just wanted to thank you for saving me from the orcs. You smile. It was nothing. It's not important. Well then, I'll see you around. With those words, he walks away. You raise your hands, the lightning bolts strike the man, and he screams out in pain. He falls to the ground and begins convulsing. You look at the man who has now turned into a chicken. Now I'm going to kill you. Like, smear grass whore all over my face. You walk towards the man and slap him across the face. He lets out a scream and falls backwards. He tries to get up, but you grab his neck and throw him back onto the ground after smearing grass whore. You stand up and walk towards the man. He grabs your arm and starts pulling you away. You pull away and start running. Stop! Stop! No! You stop and turn around. Because you're trying to kill me! No, I didn't mean that. Yes, you did. Wait. Because you're trying to kill me. No, I didn't mean that. Yes, you did. Now I'm going to kill you. No, please don't kill me. The man turns around and shoots the person standing beside him. They fall backwards and begin convulsing. Don't you dare kill me. You run past the man and continue running. You pick up a rock and throw it at the man. It hits him in the chest, causing him to yell out in pain. You run forward and hit him again. This time he falls backwards and screams out in agony. You grab him by the throat and slam him against the wall. I don't have a nuclear bomb spell. You grab his wallet and rip it open. You take everything inside and throw it into the river. The man screams and runs after you. You run along the shoreline until you reach a bridge. You jump off the bridge and land safely on dry land. The man jumps after you but misses the safe spot. He hits his head hard on a rock. You look down and see blood coming out of your nose. You quickly put your hand over your mouth as you feel dizzy. You sit up and slowly look behind you. A large rock lies right where you were standing. You can only guess that the man missed the safe spot. I had fall damage. The man is dead, but his soul continues to haunt me. You look down and see a hole in your forehead. You try to wipe the blood from your eyes, and then you realize that you are still alive. You stumble back to the bank and collapse on the ground. You gasp for air and cough up some blood. You wipe my face and go back to staring at the ground. You hear someone approaching. Hey, what happened? I fell off a cliff and broke my neck. Oh, okay. You look at the bridge and notice that there is now a big gap between you and the other side. That's weird. Who would build a bridge like this? Maybe they just wanted to get rid of us. You climb down the ladder and start climbing down the bridge. As you do so, you hear a loud noise. You turn around and see a huge boulder falling towards you. You quickly scramble away from the bridge. What was that? This is like a hangover dream? This whole thing is just a dream. It's just a weird dream that you might have. You look at the boulder and ask, why did it fall? The boulder looks at you with its big stupid eyes and says, because I'm dumb. You laugh and say, well, at least you're not dead. You look at the boulder and ask, would you like to join me? The boulder looks at you and smiles. Sure. You both walk along the bridge together. So how come you didn't tell anyone about this place? The boulder shrugs and says,
It was a secret project by an old rich guy who died. Nobody knows about it except me and you.
You smile and nod.
How much does it cost to join you?
The boulder sighs and says, a lot. You give the boulder 100 gold coins and it grins. It starts walking faster.
Wow, that was easy. Now let's go find another way across the river.
You follow the boulder into the forest. Literally dumber than a rock, literally scammed by a rock. It's alright, it'll be fine. You look at the trees and notice that they all have the same strange pattern. They seem to be trying to tell you something. What is this? Recruit the trees. You inspect the patterns on the trees and notice that they are all different sizes. The smallest one has 5 leaves, while the largest has 20. This is some sort of code. What is it saying? It's saying, join us. You join the trees and they become your new home. You then continue on your journey. I think we should keep going. There must be more trees out here.
Yeah, but where are we going to sleep tonight?
We'll figure it out. You lie down on the boulder's chest and close your eyes. You feel safe there. Okay, I think we've got enough information for now. Let's get back to work. You wake up and head back to work. You're asked to ride the boulder. Are you sure? You're asked to ride the boulder.
Are you sure? We don't have time to do this right now.
No, I think we can make it happen.
All right then, let's go.
You grab onto the boulder and start to climb. You begin to climb down the hill. There's no point in stopping. Let's just go as fast as possible. You reach the bottom of the hill and stop.
Where did we go?
We went through a tunnel. You walk forward and see a large hole in the ground. A small light shines inside the hole.
That looks like a cave. Where is it?
It's behind us. You both enter the cave and it leads to a room with a table and chairs. You look under the table and see a bunch of rocks. Maybe these are gems. You pick up a rock and examine it. I wonder what this could be. You put the rock back and look around the cave. You sit down and eat dinner. It tastes good.
So how long was I asleep?
About an hour and 40 minutes.
Well, I guess I slept well.
Indeed. That's not very good at all, actually. That's pretty awful. Slept like a rock, slept like a rock. You tell the boulder to do the dishes.
Oh, thank you. That was so nice of you.
The boulder smiles at you and goes over to clean up the mess. What's wrong?
Nothing, really.
Passive-aggressive boulder. You ask what is wrong.
I'm not very good at cooking.
Really?
Yes, actually.
Then why didn't you say anything when I asked you to do the dishes?
Because I thought you were being mean.
You say I am sorry.
Thank you. That means a lot.
You leave the boulder and go back to work. A few hours later, you hear the sound of a truck outside. You tell the boulder to investigate the truck.
This truck doesn't belong here.
Why not?
Because there's nothing out here for miles.
But where would they take a truck like that?
They wouldn't.
You go into the truck and find a bag of gold coins.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's not enough to buy me anything.
How much is enough?
Open the trunk. Oh, it's a truck. There's no trunk on a truck. It's just open. Fuck. It's open already. You open the trunk and find a bunch of jewels.
These are worth a fortune. Where did you get all this stuff?
My dad gave them to me.
Can you sell me some of this stuff?
Sell the gems to the boulder. Scammed again. No, I'm scamming the boulder. You sell the gems to the boulder. That will be $10 million.
Thanks. I'll give you $7 million.
Great, let's meet at the bank tomorrow morning. Alright, fuck it, we get a free truck. Drive the truck to the bank. I'm getting $7 million out of this. You drive the truck to the bank.
It's going to be ready by tomorrow morning.
Okay, I'll see you then. You leave the boulder and head home. You go to sleep. Ending A. You wake up in your bed. Good night, sleepyhead. You drift off to sleep. Ending B. You awake from your dream. You wake up in your bed. Good night, sleepyhead. You drift off to sleep. You awaken from your dream. What the fuck was that? All right, let's go back to the other one. The other one's gonna be ready to go here.
You are a peaceful boulder. You spend your days and nights overlooking a grand pasture with your wizard friend. The both of you hope to one day conquer Neuro. One day, the two of you will be able to live in peace together. Until then,
You will continue to enjoy the company of your friends.
You roll over on top of the wizard and squeeze his eyes shut. He tries to scream but is unable to do so as he's suffocated by your body. I'm sorry, please don't kill me!
You apologize to the wizard for killing him. He seems surprised that you would even want to apologize since he was killed by another wizard.
No, it's all right. It's not your fault,
he says, and then begins to fade away into nothingness. You head back to the bank where you find that the guards are dead. The wizards were also killed in the same way.
Well, this is a bit different than what we had planned.
You walk up to the ATM machine and press the button. A few seconds later, you hear a loud beeping noise followed by a high-pitched squeal.
What the fuck is that?
The screen lights up with a message saying, "It's me, the wizard. I telepathically downloaded my soul into this ATM. Your soul now resides inside the ATM." You look at the screen and see the words, "Welcome to the Soul Bank," appear.
It's like my computer, only better.
So he dragged me in. You enter the Soul Bank's ATM and start withdrawing money. You're making good money here.
Oh, I can feel the souls of all those who died today flowing through me.
You think about how you'll have to pay the fee when you get home. You approach the Soul Bank teller who looks at you with suspicion.
Hello, I'd like to withdraw $7 million.
I correct myself and say, souls. Souls, sorry.
Sorry, souls, I'm sorry.
You pull out 7 million souls and place them into an envelope. You put it in the mailbox and mail it off. You wait until the next day and open the mailbox. You see the envelope waiting for you.
Thank you.
I can't. Go to the Soul movie theater. We're in the Soul ATM, we're in the Soul Bank, everything's Soul now. You arrive at the Soul movie theater, which is located in a seedy part of town. You notice a sign hanging above the door that reads, Garfield 3D. You enter the theater and take a seat near the front row. You watch the first film. Garfield is a very funny character. After watching the film, you begin to wonder if you should go to the Soul Bank or continue watching the films. You continue watching the films and soon realize that you've been missing something. You begin to feel a little weird. You start to feel a sense of unease. You ask one of the patrons what's wrong. He tells you that there's a ghost in the theater. Yeah, all of us. They don't know that they're dead. You explain to the patron that he is dead. He doesn't believe you. You try to convince him, but he refuses to listen. Look, we're gonna do some Beetlejuice type shit here. You pass your hand through his chest and convince him. He lets you pass and you leave the theater. Was he blocking the way? You return to the Soul Hardware store. You walk in and see a man behind the counter. He sees you and smiles. You ask if he knows he is dead. He nods his head in agreement. You ask when did he die. He replies that he died yesterday. Ask how he died. He replies that he fell down a well. It's the guy from earlier. Ask what he has for sale. He replies that he has a lot of silver coins for sale. You ask if he has any new lawnmowers. He replies that he does have some new lawnmowers, but they're not working properly. You tell him to fix the lawnmowers. He says no. You say please fix the lawnmowers or there will be consequences. He agrees and hands you a key to the nearest house. You sell him the key for 10 million souls. You enter the house and knock on the door. A young woman opens the door. She asks what you need. You tell her that you are looking for a soul to help you complete your quest. Ask her how she died. She said that she was electrocuted. I'm just going, this is like Ebenezer Scrooge. This is Christmas past, present, and future. Ask her what is her name. She says it's Mary. You give Mary 1 million souls. You then give her a note saying that you'll meet her again in heaven. Oh, Jesus. So where are we now? You go to heaven where you find Mary sitting in a chair with a book in her lap. She looks up as you enter. Congrats, you won. I did it. That's a good ending. New game. We're going random this time. Now, we keep getting medieval stuff. We're gonna make this one quick. You are Javin, a rogue from the realm of Wilcolian. You have darts and a dagger. You walk in the midst of the crowd in search of someplace to steal from. You decide on a chest filled with coins. Snort the coins. The coin is too heavy for you to lift and it falls to the ground. You quickly pick it up and take a few steps back. The coins fall into your hand. It's not enough to buy anything, but it will get you through the night. Too weak. Yeah. You snort the coins and feel them hit your nose. You then sniff the air. A lot of people are looking at you now. They all look like they want something from you. You can't tell what they want because they're all staring at you. Your nostrils detect the scent of a man who's been hiding in the shadows for quite some time. He smells like an old friend. You sniff the chest again and find that there are several chests filled with gold coins. There are also a few pieces of jewelry and other trinkets. I'm just a dog. Alright, we're RP and his dog now. You hurry to the city of Vulcan. You know there are several cities in the area, but Vulcan is the largest and most important. You search the streets looking for your sister. You eventually find her. She's in a tavern. She notices you and smiles at you. You beg for food and she gives you some. You thank her and leave the tavern. You continue searching the city and eventually you find your sister. She's at a party with other people. She recognizes you and waves at you. You wave back and she smiles at you. You're happy and you decide to stay at the party. Later that evening, you get hungry and wander the city. You find a shop selling food. You buy a few things and eat them all. You take your sister back home and she thanks you. You promise to visit her later. You lick your paws and begin to play with your fingers. You play for a while and suddenly you notice something. A small black cat runs across the street. You look behind you and see a woman dressed in red. She stares at you and begins to laugh. Chase the cat! You rush after the cat and catch it! You toss it onto the ground and start chasing it. You throw rocks at it and kick it. You throw rocks at it and kick it. Finally, you throw it against a wall and watch as it breaks and falls to the ground. You stare at it in shock. You check the cat and see that it is fine. You sigh and return home. You sit down and try to fall asleep. You don't get very far though. You hear a loud noise and you jump up and look behind you. A giant monster has appeared in front of you. You run over to the monster and ask it what happened. It explains that it was trying to protect its territory and attacked you. You explain that you were just playing and apologize for getting angry. The monster apologizes too and says it will not harm you again. You run after the monster and catch it. You toss it onto the ground and start chasing it. You throw rocks at it and kick it. Finally, you throw it against a wall and watch as it breaks and falls to the ground. You watch the cat kill the monster. You hug the cat and congratulate it. You go home and watch TV and you enjoy yourself. You invite the cat over and it accepts. Chase my tail. You start running around the house and yelling, "Cat, cat, cat!" You run into the kitchen and grab it. What? 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 Why? What? Grab a knife? Cat, cat? You... What? Oh my god! I just chased my tail, man! I didn't do any of this! Revert, 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 revert! Chase the cat! You chase the cat and you catch it, you toss it to the ground, start chasing, you throw rocks at it and you kick it. Finally you throw it against the wall and it breaks. Revert, 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 revert. Play video games with the cat. You play video games with the cat. You learn how to use a gun and shoot it. You both win. You played with the cat. You learn how to ride a horse and ride it around the countryside. You both win. I think that's another game. You ask Mom if the cat can sleep over. She agrees and tells you to come back in an hour. You agree and head back to the tavern. When you arrive, you see your sister waiting for you. She smiles at you and hugs you. You order a drink at the tavern. You enjoy yourself. You walk outside and urinate on a bush. You feel like you need to go to the bathroom, so you do so, and then you go back inside. You relax and enjoy yourself. Get drunk. Can a dog get drunk? You get drunk and spend the night... That's alright. That just means that we, went out. And we, went out. We went out. You chew on your bone and feel better. You head home and tell your sister that you love her. You go to the vet and they give you a shot which makes you feel better. You go home and tell your sister that you love her. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yes. Yes, my sister. That's great. You run away from home and live on the road. You travel and survive. You eat out of the trash and feel better. You head home and tell your sister that you love her. You attempt to leave your sister but fail. You cry and beg her to let you stay. You tell your sister to leave and she does. You cry and beg her to let you stay. Get the zoomies. You get the zoomies and run around in a circle. You feel better. You head home and tell your sister that you love her. The AI doesn't want me to go anywhere besides saying this. Tell my sister that I love her. I love you. Okay, we can move on now. Love you too. Great. Go meet the wizard. I gotta get the AI to go somewhere else. You go to the wizard, who gives you a potion which makes you feel better. You head home and tell your sister that you love her. You kill your sister and go home. You cry and beg her to let you stay. I think the AI is stuck in a loop. You call Dawn and she comes to visit you. You talk about everything that happened today and she says she loves you. I think we're at the end. You run into a train and die instantly. You cry and beg her to let you stay. You died. Game over. Alright, new game. Post-apocalyptic. As a survivor. I don't know, Sam. Who cares? You are Sam, a survivor trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a hatchet and a hunting rifle. You live in a small community of survivors who've managed to build a piece of civilization after the bombs fell. You're talking to one of the leaders of the community when you hear a voice call out. You turn around and see a man with a long beard and wearing a robe standing near the door. He looks like he might be an elder, but he has a friendly face.
Samuel, it's good to see you again, the elder says.
We're from the community of New Jerusalem, Samuel replies. New Jerusalem? What happened there? The village was destroyed by a nuclear bomb. We were lucky that it didn't hit us. Tell them they are safe here. I'm glad to hear it. I've been looking all over for you. Ask to see his credentials. Yes, we are. My name is Father Michael. Ask to see his Bible. It's in my office upstairs. Tell them to go get it. Oh no, I can't let you do that. You'll just take it back. Say, give me the Bible. Fine, but you better hurry up or else you won't make it back before nightfall. You walk into the room and find the book lying on a table. There's a note attached to it. Read the note. Dear Brother Sam, I'm sorry about your loss. I know how hard it must be to lose someone so close. I will try to help you as much as I can. I want you to know that I believe that God still hears our prayers. He always does. After reading the Bible, you look at each page wondering if this is really true. Then you realize that you don't need to worry anymore. This place isn't going to kill you. Convert to how do you spell Christianity? You stand up and hug the Bible. Thank you, Father Michael, you say. Father Michael smiles and nods. Good boy. Thank you, brother. He walks out of the room, leaving you alone. Give Father Michael the Bible. You run back to the door and open it. Give me the Bible, please. Shit. Yeah, revert. Father Michael takes the Bible and reads it out loud. This is the word of God. The truth straight from the mouth of God. So live and let truth. You nod your head and smile. Yeah, I'm converted. You follow Father Michael into the next room where he shows you the way to the bunker. As you enter the door, you feel a sense of peace fill you. Everything seems to be in order. You feel safe and secure. You close the door and lock it. You sit down in a chair and wait for nightfall. Ask Father Michael what his plan is. My plan is simple. I'm going to hide out in the bunker until morning. Then I'm going to return to New Jerusalem to warn everyone. Ask what the warning is. Well, I guess you could call it a warning. After I leave the bunker, I'm going to tell everyone that there is a nuclear war coming soon, and that they should prepare themselves. Tell Father Michael the nuclear war already happened. No, not yet. We haven't seen the first mushroom cloud. Point out the window at the mushroom cloud. Well, that's because it hasn't exploded yet. We haven't had time to evacuate the city yet. We only got here after the bombs fell. Tell Father Michael the bomb exploded. Not yet. We haven't gotten to the shelter yet. Once we reach the shelter, we'll start evacuating people. But right now we have to stay put until the nuclear war happens. If we wait any longer, we'll die anyways. Tell Father Michael he's crazy. What? Are you kidding me? I mean, come on, it's already too late. The bomb's dropped and now there's a nuclear war happening. It's either that or death. Tell Father Michael to go outside and look at the bombs. Father Michael nods his head and says, Okay, I understand. Go outside and look at the bombs. I think you'll be able to tell when one has exploded. You watch Father Michael examining the bombs. Looks like those were thermonuclear devices. They're huge and they're smoking. Looks like they blew a big hole in the ground, too. Those things must have been dropped from an airplane. Ask if he believes me now. Of course I believe you now. You've done more than anyone else to convince me. I just hope you're right. Tell Father. We must start a new religion. We must start a new religion. Yes, I think we should start a new religion. A religion dedicated to Jesus Christ. I think we should call it the Church of the Savior of Mankind. I think we should also change the name of the church to the Church of the Savior of Mankind. Tell him that is a bad idea. Christianity too. Why, what do you mean? Tell him to come up with a new religion. All right, fine. Come up with a new religion. I'll take care of the details. Ask him what the new religion is. We'll throw it together later. It's a secret. Just trust me. I promise. It's good. Ask him to stop messing around. Fine. But you better not mess around with my religion. I swear if you mess with it again, I'm gonna make sure you get blown up. I disconnected. Damn it, this one was going good too. I'll do custom. Let's do one about me. You are Jerma, an online entertainer loved by millions. One day you wake up, you have no memory of how or why. Your eyes widen as you see the screen before you, a green screen with a message that reads, Welcome to Twitch. Start broadcasting Call of Duty. The first thing that happens is the sound of gunfire. Followed immediately after is the sound of screaming and yelling. Followed shortly after that is the sound of your own voice. That's me. Hey, You begin to speak into your microphone. The first few words are unintelligible. The next few words are unintelligible. Then you begin to understand what you're saying. It's a mix between English and a language you don't know. Go to the Call of Duty store and buy 500 loot boxes. You walk out the door and head towards the nearest store, which looks like it's been completely gutted and ransacked, with a large amount of blood splattered all over the floor of the walls, as well as the front window smashed in, leaving you with only a broken glass pane. You walk out of the door again. This time you find yourself in a small alleyway. A quick glance around reveals that there isn't anything else in sight. There's no one here either.
I go into the small alleyway and open my card packs.
You open your pack and pull out a pack of cards, which you then proceed to tear apart and discard in your haste to get them to work on the game you've just purchased. True. Very true. Everybody knows that there's only like 16 cards in that game that are worth having. Your eyes light up as you see the name JBumBum7722 appear on your monitor, and you quickly send him a message thanking him for his subbing, before closing your browser and closing your phone. You turn off the stream and you're done with it for now. As you sit down to play some games, think about how much fun it was to play with all those people that were watching you. You think about it for a while and decide that you should make an advertisement tweet. The problem is you don't know what to say. You say, hashtag ad, hashtag kind of fun guys. I had the opportunity to check out this new sugar powder. It has vitamin C in it and stuff. You know, the fucking easiest nutrient on earth to find and take in. It also has B vitamins, but if you ate fucking food today, you already have them. Okay, click my link. You click on the link you just sent out to everyone. It opens up to a tweet from JBumBum7722. I found this shit. I'm gonna go buy some of this shit. I'm gonna be rich. Tweet at JBumBum7722. Hashtag buy a box. Hashtag ad. Dude, did you get some? You could have eaten a banana. But dude, you spent the amount of money for 100 bananas and sent me income. Thanks, man. JBumBum7722 responds to your tweet with the following. At the real Jaboob. At the real JBumBum. Who is the real JBumBum? Thanks, man. I got some in the mail today. I'll be sure to take care of you for that money. Tweet at the real JBumBum. Yo, dude, DMs? What the fuck are you doing? This is my shit. DMs? A few minutes later, the real Jaboo at the real JBumBum. I got the DMs. I'll be sure to take care of you for that money. Tweet to my 5.7 million followers. Hashtag yo guys. What the fuck? If you see any links that aren't from me telling you to buy powdered candy drinks or mobile games that harvest your data, don't click them. Only click those from me. You don't want to deal with this anymore. You go back to playing your games and you feel like a complete asshole, but hey, at least you got a free meal out of it. You turn on the live stream and see that the stream is still running. It looks like it's going to be a long day. Wait, it was on this whole time? What did they see while it was running? Stream movies. Alright, I'm gonna stream The Lord of the Rings. You look at the screen and see that they saw a lot of stuff, but nothing really out of the ordinary. They saw you play a game called Bubble Bobble, and then you played a game called Tic-Tac-Toe. Breathe a sigh of relief and open my Lord of the Rings Extended Edition Blu-ray. You open the Extended Edition Blu-ray and you notice that there is a new movie playing, but it's not the one that you were expecting. It's called Sorcerer King, and it's about a movie about a Sorcerer King who's trying to conquer the world. Is this a bootleg version of the thing we did before? Live stream The Fellowship of the Ring. You turn on the live stream and you see that it is indeed still running. The only thing you can tell is that it looks like it's going to be a long day. The sun is setting and you are tired. You close your eyes and fall asleep. Sleeping on stream while streaming The Lord of the Rings. I know I'm not supposed to do this. I can't do it. I can't. I'll get in trouble. I was gonna play like a 5-minute Lord of the Rings clip while I slept in my chair. I'm probably gonna get like suspended. You wake up and you realize you forgot to hit your sub-train goal. So you decide to get on Twitch chat and yell at them for not hitting their sub-train goal. They don't seem to mind though, so you go back to sleep. You wake up, but you realize you forgot to pause the movie. You decide to get on Twitch chat and pause the movie. They don't seem to mind though, you go back to sleep. Get suspended from Twitch for streaming Lord of the Rings and sleeping. After getting suspended from 12th grade for streaming Lord of the Rings, you decide to get on Twitch chat again. But this time, you are going to do something different. So you're going to stream Lord of the Rings with no commentary. Just enjoy yourself. Get banned from Twitch for repeat offenses. After getting banned from 12th grade, you decided to get on Twitch again, but this time you're going to stream Lord of the Rings with no commentary. Just enjoy yourself. The next day comes, but your stream is still running. So much for being suspended. I didn't even get banned. Pop in the Two Towers while you stream naked. Surely this has to get you banned. I think it's broken. Monka S, Monka S, Monka S, Monka S, Monka S. What? You're now in the middle of the 3rd week of your suspension, and it seems that it has finally caught up with you. Your account was given a 24-hour ban, and then a permanent one was given out after that period of time had passed. What kind of sick joke is that? Make a new account, do it again. Ban evasion. You know, no, I can't. I'm banned. I'm IP banned. No, I'm done. It's out. It's dead. You are Father Michael, a priest with a small following in the settlement of New Jerusalem. For years you have spread the word of the Church of the Savior of mankind, but today you have come to a revelation. It is time to start a new religion. You will call it the Church of the New Age. Nice.
I'm going to start handing out these,
you say as you pick up some flyers from your desk.
We're not even sure if anyone's going to show up.
Maybe we should try a different approach, says Amanda. Ask Amanda what to do. Well, I think we need to get more people here for our meeting. You agree with Amanda that it would be best to get more people in attendance at the meeting, so you decide to head over to the local bar where she works. When you arrive, you see several other people there, but no one is paying any attention to you.
Hey! I'm Jesus Christ, you shout, and I come to bring peace on earth.
You raise your hand and everyone takes an offering of money or something else they can give you. You then take all the money and throw it at the wall behind you. The money hits the ground and starts rolling down the hill towards the river.
Money is useless. The kingdom of God has already been established.
Attempt to turn water into wine. You begin pouring wine into a goblet and then pour some of the wine back out. You continue doing this until you have enough to make yourself drunk. You drink the wine and fall asleep. Oh, Jesus. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the floor of a large room. There's a door at the end of the hall leading to another room. You look around and notice that the walls are covered with paintings of animals and landscapes. The room you are currently in looks like a bedroom. You walk through the rooms with the paint... you walk through the rooms painting each... You walk through the rooms painting each one. You paint a picture of a beautiful woman, but you don't know her name. Eventually, you finish and leave the room. You return to your office and put the paintings back where you found them. You call upon the masses to gather outside. They quickly assemble, and soon you have thousands of followers. You lead them to chant and sing songs about you. People begin to follow you, and by nightfall you have gathered hundreds of followers. So what that means is I had thousands, and 90% of them left, just so we're clear. You lead your followers inside the church. You explain that you will be giving a sermon and that you want everyone to listen carefully. You then tell them to pray for the salvation of their souls. A few hours later, you finish your speech and announce that you will now reveal your true identity. Say, I am Satan. No. Say, I am Ronald McDonald. You stand before the congregation and say you are Ronald McDonald. You explain that you came to preach to them because you believe that God is calling you to do so. You then give a short speech about how you have been chosen to lead the flock of Christ and how you intend to do just that. You order every person in the church to eat a happy meal. Everyone eats happily, and you thank them for listening to your message. You then announce that you will now reveal your real name. You stand before the congregation again and say you are the real J Bum Bum. You explain that you were born in a small town called McDonough and grew up with nothing. Your parents died when you were very young, and you lived on your own until you were 16. You stop eating and instead hold up your hands and begin chanting. Suddenly, you feel a strong force pushing against you. You push against it, and suddenly everything goes black. You awaken in a hospital bed surrounded by doctors and nurses. You hear a voice in your head asking why you did this. Too much McDonald's? You ask the doctor about your cholesterol levels. He tells you that he doesn't really keep track of such things, but that he thinks you should lose weight. He also mentions that you might have a high blood pressure. You decide to check it out. You ask the doctor what happened to you. He explains that you had a heart attack. You ask him what kind of heart attack it was, and he tells you that it was a coronary thrombosis. He said that it occurred while you were praying. He tells you that it isn't life-threatening, but it could cause permanent damage. He asks you if you want to wait a couple days to make sure. Go back to my church. You go back to your church and see that most of the people have left. Some have gone home. Others have stayed away entirely. It seems that the event has scared off many people. You wonder if you should still stay or go home. You go back to the church and you immediately gather a crowd. You tell them that you've been blessed by God and that you'll be revealing your true identity soon. Soon you realize that you've attracted quite a lot of attention. Most of the people who have attended your first sermon have returned. You perform a powerful miracle. You suddenly feel a great deal of energy flowing through you. You're able to move objects as easily as a child could. You feel stronger than ever before, and you even managed to levitate a table. The people in the church stare in awe. Levitate the church! We're going all the way up. You levitate the church. You begin levitating the chairs and tables and bookshelves until finally you reach the top of the church. You begin levitating the roof and windows and doors until finally you reach the ceiling. You begin levitating the entire building until finally you reach the sky. You levitate into space, you float above the city, and eventually you reach the stars. You float above the earth, and eventually you reach the moon. You float above the world, and eventually you reach the sun. You float beyond the galaxy, and eventually you reach infinity. You perform a powerful magic spell. The next day you return to the church. A week passes, I am here. You float to God. You float to the heavens. You float to the heavens. You float to the skies. You approach the God and you ask him why he hasn't. Why he's not come to help you. You ask him why. You ask him, you aren't the God, you ask them. The God you don't. This is it. You are your fire image thereby. This is not the existed for Alices. The God is dead. You are not. The God is dead. The God is dead. The God is dead. God is dead. You take the throne. I am now God. It's broken. I gotta go back. I gotta go back. You approach the God of the universe. You tell him that you wish to become his disciple. He agrees and gives you a golden ring. You wear this ring. Oh, I reached my character limit. Hold on. All right, I need a new prompt. That's picking up where this left off as being as Father Michael is God. It's not Father Michael anymore. You said your real name was J Bum Bum. Oh, that's right. You are the real J Bum Bum, previously known as Father Michael. You've just accepted a golden ring from God. You're currently standing in his presence in the throne room.
I am proud to be your son,
he says with an air of finality.
The kingdom is yours, and you will rule it as its rightful ruler.
He then looks at you and smiles.
Yes, I shall do so, my son,
you say with confidence.
Good. Now that we have settled all matters, let us get down to business.
You look around the throne room and see several other people sitting on the floor around the throne.
Who are they, you ask? They are the leaders of the different factions in the kingdom. They are the ones who make up the government. We need them to work together for our common good. Now what about you? I will take over as treasury head. I think it is time someone did something about the state of affairs here.
Tell old God he is now the janitor.
Very well, but don't expect me to be running the treasury or anything.
Throw a paper cup on the ground.
No, you're just being an asshole.
Ask the janitor to pick up the cup.
What's wrong with you, eh?
What? What? What are you talking about? Cast old God away.
Fool, I am your father. You must obey me.
Tell him I am the new God. Paradox.
Well done. You've broken my hold on you.
Tell God to go get a coffee for you.
Fine, but I'm not going anywhere.
He snaps his fingers and a Starbucks Venti Americano appears in his hand.
Ah, thank you, sir. I'll be back later.
Ask the people what the first task is. He drank the coffee.
We need to clean out the basement. There's some treasure down there. No, I'm too tired. I've been doing it for years. You should just do it yourself. All right, then. I'll start cleaning the basement.
Go to the top of the cloud.
So how long until you will return?
I will only be a few hours.
Oh, come on. You're telling me you haven't gotten a proper night's sleep in yet?
Actually, I haven't. No, I have not slept in heaven yet. I take a nap in heaven.
Yeah, right. It's not like I got any free time anyway. I gotta get ready for the meeting tomorrow.
Go to the meeting.
Yeah, I know. I was planning on coming early, but I guess I won't bother you.
Yeah, heaven's boring. This is fucking boring. Leave the room.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you going? Ah!
Go back to Earth.
What the fuck are you doing? What were you thinking?
Tell them to leave me. Leave me alone.
You're crazy. You have to help me.
Do not help them.
It's too late. They're gone. I swear I'll never let anyone hurt you again. Because that's what happened last time. They took everything from me and I had to watch them kill my wife and my son and all my friends. I can't believe you turned against me. I thought you were supposed to be my friend.
These are prayers. Oh, shit. That's who's talking. Goodbye. I don't want to see you ever again or hear your voice again. Get out of this conversation. That's somebody mad at somebody else. Yeah, look, I'll cast a spell.
Ooh, nice one.
It's stuck. Reset. That was just heaven politics. That sucked. New game. All right, we're gonna do one more. This is the last one. Anyone else think that Jerma kind of sucks now? All he does is stream Lord of the Rings movies while sleeping naked. How is he not banned yet? I don't know. Take that up with somebody else. All right, not a random story. Custom. You are Jerma985. You run a successful online business where you entertain millions of people. Today, you're striving to gain some more followers. You've been running your business for quite a while now, and it has gotten pretty big, but still not enough. You log on to twitch.tv and see that there is already a stream going on right now. It's a girl playing the piano. She looks really good though. You'd think she should be able to get a lot of viewers. You can't wait to hear her play. You decide to raid her stream, since she seems like an interesting person. And you don't want to waste time watching other streams. You start streaming on twitch.tv and immediately you get a ton of views. This makes you feel great. You begin stripping off your clothes as fast as you can, hoping that this will attract more people to watch. Soon, you are completely naked, and the audience is starting to gather around you. In person? Yeah, that makes no sense. You quickly give everyone a shout out, which causes them all to come over to your channel. They all seem very excited about it, but then they realize what you're doing, and they start criticizing you for being so weird. You continue giving out a shout out, and soon enough the audience starts getting upset with you, because they know you're just trying to scam them. They tell you to stop, and they tell you to go away. Say, this is free content, you can just leave. You continue giving out a shout out and the audience gets even angrier at you, saying that you're not welcome here. They tell you to leave and you do, but you keep giving a shout out to them. Start playing Fortnite. See if I can get you back. You continue streaming on Twitch TV and suddenly you get a huge amount of viewers. You also get a lot of hate. You get a lot of hate from the audience, calling you a liar and a thief. Eventually you have a riot and the audience tries to burn down your house. Come out of my house swinging. You come out of your house swinging and you manage to escape with your life. You managed the next day to find out that your house was burned down by the mob and you lost everything. Go to the library. I'm gonna start streaming from the library. You go to the library and you look up some information on how to make money online. You learn that you need to create a fake name and a fake email address, and then you can post stuff on various forums and such and make a little bit of money. You create a new Twitter account under a different name and you set it to private. You then create a new Twitch account under a different name and you set it to public. You then register both accounts and you put them into the same Google account. You then log on to Twitch. You start broadcasting on Twitch TV and within a few hours you get a large number of viewers. You also get a lot of hate from the audience telling you to go away and that you're not wanted here. How do you know? How do you remember? Oh, I've got to put my mask on. I forgot to put my mask on. I scramble to put my mask on to hide my identity. You hurry up and put your mask on and you try to stay anonymous. But you still get recognized by one of the viewers who recognizes you as the guy who raided their stream. You tell them they're mistaken and that you were actually raiding them and had nothing to do with it. You then proceed to explain why you did it and how you got caught. You end your broadcast. I'm driving to a library like 3 towns over. You drive to a library far away and you spend the rest of the night there. When morning comes, you finally wake up and you finally realize what happened. You are arrested, convicted, and sentenced to jail. Avoid the police. You avoid the police and you never return to the city where you live again. After several years pass, you die in prison. No, I'm still alive. I didn't die. I'm using the jail computer. You log onto the jail computer and you see that you are in prison. You are given a chance to plead guilty or not guilty, and you choose to not to plead guilty. You make a new Twitter account under a different name, and you set it to private. Create a new Twitch account under a different name, set it to public. Register them both, put them in the same Google account. Put a bag over my head and turn on broadcast so nobody can see me. You put a bag over your head and turn on broadcast mode on your computer. You then type in the following code. This is my stream key. I don't know, like GG6GGF54GGX connect. You stream connect, then you send the tweet. I tweeted out my stream key and oh fuck. You then send the tweet instantly, you get a lot of followers. You also get a lot of hate from the audience calling you a liar. Okay, they can't see me though. You tell the audience to calm down and you explain that you didn't do anything wrong, that you only wanted to help someone else. You ask your viewers for money and you get a lot of money and a lot of hate from the audience. You hire a very good lawyer and he manages to convince the judge that you are innocent. Look at that! Leave prison a free man. You leave prison a free man and you live happily ever after. Congrats, you win. One more. Random. Peasant time. This is gonna be the last one. You are Umima, a peasant from the kingdom of Larian. You have a dusty pitchfork and a shiny shovel. You wake up early in the morning and start toiling in the fields. In the distance, your master is yelling at some other workers. You realize that you're supposed to be working on something else, but you can't concentrate on anything except your task. The sun is shining brightly today, so you don't mind digging in the dirt for hours. The shovel smashes into your master's face. He screams out and falls backwards, knocking his hat off his head. You turn around and continue to work. Your master grabs your arm and pulls it behind him as he crawls away. You feel sick, but you keep digging. You hit your master again and again with the shovel. His body begins to shake and he collapses to the ground. He looks like he might die right there. You look down at the shovel and then back up at your master, who has stopped moving. He doesn't seem to know what to do. You leap forward with both feet in the air. You land on top of your master's head and begin kicking him in the face. He tries to get up, but you kick him in the stomach instead. He cries out in pain, starts clawing at his own face. Kill him! You slam your fist against your master's skull. The force knocks you backwards, but not before smashing your master's head into the dirt. He crumbles to the ground. You stand up and walk over to your shovel. You pick it up and throw it at your master. You run over your master with your car. He screams in agony. As the front wheels tear through flesh and bone, blood spurts all over you and your master. You stop running when you hear your master scream for help. You turn around and see two men approaching. He's still alive. You throw a grenade at your master. It explodes harmlessly against the wall. But you hear your master screaming in terror. You turn around and find that one of the men is holding a knife to your throat. You duck under the man's swing and spin around. You grab the knife and pull it free. The man screams in shock and runs off. You follow him and find yourself in another room. A young girl stands nearby looking at you with an expression of disgust. You explain to the girl what happened. She seems very upset by it. She tells you she will go talk to her father about this. You thank her and leave the house. I'm killing this motherfucker. Like, I'm not letting this happen. I gotta finish him. You rush to where your master is hiding. You run past the guards and climb onto the roof. You crawl along the side until you reach the first floor. There is no way you can sneak up on your master, so you decide to use magic. Become invisible. You become invisible. You hide in a corner and wait for your master to come home. When he does, you attack. You rip open his clothes and start tearing them off. You bite and scratch, ripping out his teeth and gouging out his eyes. This guy, crush his head under a large stone. Like, can this guy die? You crouch down and try to lift a large stone that sits above the entrance to the cave. You fail and fall to the ground. You hear your master coming home and cry out in fear. He comes running in and sees you lying there. He lives in a cave. You cast a fireball at your master. It explodes in his face, burning it completely black. He screams in horror and runs outside. You watch helplessly as he attempts to put out the flames with his hands. He fails and the fire spreads throughout the cave. You cast another fireball at your master. This time it explodes in his chest, killing him instantly. You watch in horror as the flames consume the cave. My God. Alright, that's it. This is it. It's over. You decide to take a vacation to Disney World. You travel to various places in Disneyland. You visit various places you've never been to. You learn new things about people in the world. You meet interesting people and places. Die peacefully. You die peacefully in your sleep. You're surrounded by friends and family who love you. Your last moments are spent with them. You died. Game over. I win. Alright, that's it. That's it. I'm out of here. This is a journey. This little machine here, what this does is when you type in a sentence or a paragraph or a phrase, this will make up an entire predictive story, predictive text. It just essentially is a story generator. Alright, so we're going to press complete text. We're going to just test it out and see what it does. Jerma is the center of the universe.
Jerma is the center of the universe. The only other planet in our solar system is Neptune, because there is no ice in its orbit.
The only other planet in our solar system is Neptune. How does that make... Wait, what are they talking about? Less science. Well, I didn't know that was going to happen. There, you happy? I eat boogers, haha. I probably shouldn't tell you this though. Just go and have a look anyway. It was fun while it lasted. Lying back against the wall, Cora gave the bender a look that told her the boy didn't care that she was lying right next to him. Asami, though, did. It was a simple but effective tactic. What? Alright, so it didn't know what to do with that. We got the first sentence and then it went on some fucking fan fiction. Keep reading. I'm not gonna read that. I'm gonna break a rule here. I'm not going to break any rules here, but I was also not interested, says Mr. Bostrom, who was appointed professor of management at Harvard Business School in 1999. There were some early issues to confront too, with Mr. Bostrom describing how he was told by another engineer that the company wanted a prospective candidate. He accepted it. Boring! Boring! Snooze! Jerma's streams suck. He has less than 5,000 viewers. The show could have been less racist. And less racist. This is where I will go on a rant. Why? 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 Jerma is a good person. Don't believe the internet. That girl in the bathroom at work is probably just mad that you broke her laptop, not me. This post has two things in common with the old, if you're an asshole, you probably can't do anything right, mentality. Both are not really true at all. Most of... What the fuck? Why? No! You can't take this one. You can't fucking ruin me with this one. Jerma is made out of metal dust. But you don't need to play Blood Moon. It's a solid guard. But the most important part of this deck is Lightning Storm. Why are they like exceptionally boring or horrible? Sometimes I ponder life's mysteries. Are hippos actually aggressive? I keep hearing they're the most vicious, but is it really true? Is the King Kong actually afraid of women? Is the dinosaur really so strong? Does a chicken actually poop? Are the birds really friendly to each other? Can I actually talk to a chick? Does our planet actually exist? I'm curious. If I want to learn about these things, I think I'd have to ask them. I've read about them, they're all my friends. They all tell me they know. They're my friends, and their favorite thing is their pet dog. I'm guessing I don't need any more convincing. Editor's note. This interview has been excerpted from the novel Where to See America's Great Game by Mark C. Smith, published by the Penguin Press. The ramblings of a crazy person. My father was fairly wealthy. He would sometimes come home and shower us with gifts, various toys, trinkets, and the like. My father also brought us something else to the house. Animals. Lots of animals. You see, he was a zoologist by trade. The money was great. We had an entire zoo in our backyard. But over the years, one would say, sharing a bed with a giraffe is not so great after a while. We grow distant, him and I. The last time I spoke with him was July of 2006. And here's why. We weren't even friends after our divorce. We were never friends. We were separated by so many years of love. We still talk about it every day. And as I said before, we still see each other occasionally. Like once a year. We talk when we're out on the town. We don't talk every day because I have classes. No! I have to be at work or in the shop. In a couple of years, we'll be able to speak again, possibly. God damn it. Hey, bro, you need some help with those weights? I could give you a spotty grade in that subject. But don't worry, I won't get mad if you get something in. I've seen you fight. Just watch that leg kick. You won't be able to keep your pants on forever. What? And just before you did that, you had him drop off the top bar of his own chair? It's fucking porn again. What the fuck? This is like bad. No, you look like Shaggy today. Maybe I should change my shirt.
Rats. We're rats. We're the rats. We pray at night. We stalk at night. We're the rats. So if you want kids around when they're kids and they're living in a cave, that's fine, but don't let them walk around in leather jackets and beards and run around where...
Read it. No. It can be taken. Somebody can take this out of context and clip me and put it on fucking sickos.org, whatever. I don't know. I am the strongest. I will show you. My power level has risen. Has been rising for centuries now. Raw paste data. The only true hero in this world. I probably just woke up the whole house at 2 p.m. We fucking sleep, man. We'd like to sleep.
If you're really strong, then it is obvious you could become a mighty hero. And don't hold back. The one who will save your life is you. I should have done more research for that, I would have even researched your strength for the Master. If you are still in the same state you were earlier, then I will save you from danger.
Oh, I won't be afraid if I get rid of him. I suddenly heard the sound of an explosion from within the tunnel.
It looks like Nor is about to make a move against us. I heard you were already looking for them. Well, I see here they go, Nor. Oh, and there's a certain Nor mage right there along with Kurururu.
Kurururu? Who are these people? How are they, and why did they come?
My sweet child. Focus your energy. Forget about what is happening around you. Go inside, into your mind. Connect all the dots. And put forward the power that you know is inside of that brain of yours.
And just like that,
boom!
Aliens have taken over Earth's solar system. Humans and other races who aren't Earth are being hunted by the powerful beings they call the machines. However, you don't have to fear these new threats because you don't know about the machines yet. With no one to save you, no one to protect you, and no information about the machines, you must discover your true purpose and fight in the battle for humanity with the others from around the world. Play as a single-player character, or as an AI-controlled avatar in multiplayer battles, and multiplayer battles with the AI to find out who you are fighting for. You will experience the story of the Machine Wars in 4 episodes at the beginning of the campaign by following a journey throughout the world of space. What is new? Now with Game Dogs. We have added Game Dogs to our system and added access to content in the games section of the website. You can still play on your PC or Mac using a compatible gaming device or a mobile OS running Chrome or Firefox. The new Game Dogs app is available on both iOS and Android. That was just an ad on TV. That was just like a 2-minute YouTube ad. Actual E3 presentation. Hold on, wait a minute, this is important. No, it's not even a real... Fuck. It's not even real. Okay, never mind. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm here to announce our new game at E3. It's called Tales from the Tomb Raider. You'll probably hear plenty of that from people all over in Australia. In the United States, it'll be called Tale from the Tomb Raider. Okay, this is gonna be hard to do. I'm gonna try as hard as I can. It's not going to be called Tale from the Tomb Raider yet. It's going to be called Tales from the Tomb Raider. I love the sound of that name. It's going to be called Tale from... It's going to be called Tale from the Tomb Raider for some sort of convention in 2014. The Tomb Raider title is being developed by a group of team members, and they're actually talking about a new game. Oh, I really like the sound of that name. Tale of the Tomb Raider. Tales of the Tomb Raider. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the head of Xbox Studio, Phil Spencer. Okay, all right. Hey, everybody. How are you here? Yeah, okay. That's right. Cool. Really cool. Very cool. Yeah. If you want to keep up to date on our progress in your favorite gaming platform, we're looking into other projects like the next game in the upcoming Super Monkey Ball series. Thank you for reading. Thank you for reading. And please come get to know us. We hope to see you at E3 this year. Phil Spencer would be backstage and he'd walk off. People, like 4 of his assistants would be like, Phil, are you all right? Do you need some water? What are you talking about? What? When does Tale of the Tomb Raider release? Sorrowful Dead drummer Billy Breathes and bassist Mike Campbell are excited about Tales of the Tomb Raider coming to Xbox One and Windows 10 in early 2016, according to guitarist Mike Campbell in Rolling Stone. A Microsoft representative reached out to EAM for an answer, but didn't take the report seriously. Why would Microsoft reach out? Why wouldn't the magazine reach out for an answer? Why would they decline a comment from Microsoft? That doesn't make any sense. Take? Wait, what do you mean take? What are you talking about? Oh, whatever. Well, let's see when Takes of the Tomb Raider. Takes of the Tombs Raider. Takes of the Tombs Raider is an iPad game that is desperately trying to get you to download it. What will... This is like English is my second language, apparently. What will Takes of the Tombs Raider be rated? They expect us to see the game come out a little bit later in January than usual. So hopefully by then, it will have sold out. It also won't be the end of the season, which means it will have some free copies on sale for another few weeks. What will Tales of the Tomb Raider be rated? It will be rated T for teen, but you'll still be able to use other content that's approved for older age groups. I'll also be allowing players 18 and up to have a non-commercial online game. Do I have to own Tomb... Just putting the blanket statement out that you're going to allow and like completely and totally support like porn mods? I don't buy games. Will your Xbox Live games fail to download? What a stupid statement. As a reminder, PS3 gamers who own a PS3 can play games through the cloud and even download from Xbox Live in their online mode on their PS3. Dude, this is the best one. I don't buy games. Will your Xbox Live games fail to download? Game of the week. Week 1, team opponent point scores. Score by points by. With the total 7 points from New England Jets at the New Orleans Saints. Minus 4.5, 13 minus 2, 6, 7, 7, the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Oakland Raiders. 7.5 points from the Tennessee Titans at Houston, Texas. We had the Kansas City Chiefs. 0.45, 13, 13, 577. The Chicago, there's no New England Jets. They're all playing at the same time. Every single team played at the same time. Tennessee played themselves. There's no New England Jets. So the New England Jets won the game. Okay, the only way this is possible is that, remember, this is like 500 people on the field at the same time. So the New England Patriots and the Jets made one team during this mess and decided to be on the same team and like switch shirts and stuff. Hey guys, what's the video game of the week? It's a little different each week. Please help bring this show to life here on The Big Bang Theory. This episode also brought to you by join Sheldon and Jeremy in this special 1 hour special on The Big Bang Theory. Links and merch, Big Bang Theory Facebook page. Is this made up? Just predictive made up words? Taking a while for this one. I don't know if this is real. I don't think this is real. I have no idea if this is real, but I'm gonna go for it. Oscar winner Joaquin Phoenix is not nominated for an Academy Award, despite him getting an ovation by a capacity crowd at Thursday's Tony Awards. This is partly because Phoenix plays Dr. Phil on a CBS program called The Talk, and in 2006, the singer made headlines for being spotted in a pair of suit jacket and ties after attending a performance of the movie Walking with Dinosaurs. I got the biggest standing ovation this evening's Tony Awards, and I haven't walked. Joaquin Phoenix, does he play Dr. Phil? Walking with Dinosaurs. I got the biggest standing ovation, and I haven't even walked. Welcome to the Nintendo Direct, E3 2014. You can expect to know what Nintendo has in store for us before all the rest of you have been given what you've paid for over the last year. Please use the links below as our guide. Nintendo Directs for Nintendo Switch, new Nintendo 3DS, new Nintendo 3DS XL. Subscribe, rate, and comment below. Minecraft 6.3 is the first version of the game released for Windows 8 or Windows Store 8.1, and also supports the new Nintendo 3DS XL gamepad. However, the new version also requires players to upgrade to the new Nintendo Switch console. And Nintendo says that is why players can no longer jump into Minecraft with Minecraft 1.1 installed and running.
If you hit the angry sun, Mario will lose a life.
If you hit the angry sun, Mario will lose a life. A lot of Mario is fun, and I think he has always been. I like it, but the characters in Mario games tend to have a very special way of making me cry. My favorite game to play while crying is Sonic Lost World. I don't play video games, but there has always been something I like to do when I'm crying. I usually do this before watching something sad. I just play the games and it takes me back to the real thing. I'm a bit of a sadist when it comes to my games. I usually like to listen and think about my mistakes and why I made them. When you're playing Mario, when you're sad, there will likely be something to think about, but when playing something sad, when you're sad, you can take in that experience in a different way. I always love Mario's music, so my first suggestion would be to listen to the game while crying. It can... I wasn't prepared for that one.
Then one day there was some sort of accident. A boy was playing with his friends and the big wooden hammer fell on one of his friends and knocked him down as well. At the hospital, a nurse looked on, but still she said, "Not that bad," and then something. It's not that bad. I don't think I can ride the Superman roller coaster. It looks too tall and scary on the front.
One man wrote,
I have a 7 to 15-year-old son, so I want him to never be bored or not be distracted by the fact that my son rides one day.
You don't know how old your son is. He's between 7 and 15. I have no idea. Six Flags is the best amusement park. We had been visiting their theme park for the last 5 years. Vehicle or even a single vehicle on the lot. Their 4-vehicle limit. When I did finally manage to move one of the 2 spaces, I decided to stay. You're driving around in circles. They have a shitload of parking lots when you paid to get in, and then you're driving around for parking, and there's a 4-vehicle limit. You're just driving around looking for a parking spot. I had the opportunity to visit the following parks during a promotional tour. Inn of Dreams is one of the top attractions that's currently under construction. They did not say if the opening will take place soon or not, but I was told that the attractions will go. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try really hard. I'm gonna try as hard as I can. This is like the best one of the night. This is stupid. I have to get it out of my system. I gotta like fucking shake my body. Six Flags is the best amusement. The Great Wall of China is in Six Flags. It's $5, by the way, $8. What a fucking value for $7 to go see the Great Wall of China. The Three Kings. The world's biggest monkey rides. All the time. Oh, this is fucking. I want to eat this one. Yeah, the world's biggest monkey ride. What does that even fucking mean? Is King Kong included in the world's biggest monkey rides? This is the world's biggest monkey ride.
Six Flags is the best amusement park. I love watching this video. There were so many things to consider, and it was really interesting. I'll try to read the directions on the website and make sure I get my roller coaster properly constructed.
He's gonna build his own, like, Mount Doom in his backyard. I hate to leave a review this bad, but it's all because I wasn't in a good mood last week. You can't even attend the Pet Expo. I'm not even allowed into any of the pet shows because I've missed all the parties. It's really difficult for me to be able to attend these events and not feel like my life is in jeopardy. What? What is at this convention? Is it a bunch of wild bears? Myth. Dog owners are too strict. Poulin and his team examined the relationships between 6 types of dog behaviors identified in previous studies by the American Kennel Club. Boring. This is just the rest of the paper. I'm just gonna read a whole science article. This stream is making me resident sleeper of laugh out loud. At GoFundMe, LOL, at GoFundMe, LOL, at GoFundMe, LOL. Hey, I hope so, and so can make this thread awesome. Hey, yo, I hope so, and so can make this thread awesome, LOL. Hey, I hope so, and so make this thread awesome. Hey, I hope I make this, hope so, and make this thread awesome, LOL. Dante's trip to Six Flags. This is the one that's gonna make the machine not know what to do. Did we kill the website? This was the funniest shit ever though, man. What a funny website.